I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility for every unchecked moment.
For every time I sat on the sidelines instead of doing my part.
For every conversation where I didn't listen.
For every time it was easier to ignore than to call it out for what it was. Me being really annoying.
I take responsibility. Since quarantine began, comedians everywhere have been trying to become famous.
Spamming social media, flooding your inboxes with memes and impressions and invitations to horrific digital shows. We are your friends.
Your coworkers.
Your children. And we are so very sorry we've punished you like this.
I take responsibility for every not so funny joke.
That's all my jokes.
For every blatant injustice.
Like that time I made you come to a show with a 2-drink minimum, and I didn't say it was 2 drinks per person, not for the whole table.
And it was really complicated because I asked you to bring a ton of people.
But you came anyway and sat in a dark basement.
Instead of learning a new language or watching a sunset.
And was it worth it? Of course not. You'll never get that sunset back.
Never.
Never.
Wait. Oh my God, I won't get that sunset back either.
I take responsibility for making my email signature a sketch I made 3 years ago.
Instead of just my name, like a normal person.
I take responsibility for every time I asked you to repost my front-facing character video on Twitter.
On Instagram.
On TikTok.
You said no when I asked you to post it on your LinkedIn because your LinkedIn isn't for that. You were right.
Being friends with someone who posts screenshots of their own tweets should not make you want to gouge your eyes out.
Being friends with someone who speaks exclusively in improv terms should not make you want to gouge your eyes out.
Yes, and?
Being friends with me should not make you want to gouge your eyes out.
No more poorly photoshopped show posters. No more telling you that the story of your parents' divorce would make a good sketch. It's time I stopped lying.
It's time I stopped lying.
It's time I stopped lying.
Agents don't come to my shows.
I don't have connects at Comedy Central.
And not only have I not written a pilot before.
Never. Not once.
If I had, it absolutely would not have legs. I don't even know what a pilot having legs means.
Enough is enough. I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
Line.
It's time to take action. I promise to stop annoying you with comedy talk.
And start talking about important things.
Like making sure our comedy theaters are inclusive and anti-racist, and making sure that people are fairly paid for their labor.
Like holding each other accountable, in and out of rehearsal, to be better allies, and to speak up when something is wrong. Whether it's at a show.
At a table read.
Wait, this is all still comedy related.
Follow me on Twitter.
Retweet my TikTok, or whatever happens to do that.
Subscribe to all 9 of my podcasts.
And surprise, my sketch team Chalametallica has another show coming up.
Right now, on the Pit's Facebook page.
Do you know who's coming?
You. Can you believe it?
You're coming to Chalametallica's Facebook Live show.
Because you're already here. Lucky you. Also, maybe you could, invite a few friends.
Have an awesome time.
Wow.